Princess Leonor's White House visit, a once_in_a lifetime experience. The White House, the most powerful house in the world. World leaders walk its halls. But then, something different. Not a president, not a senator, a princess. And her visit would change everything. Script body, Washington, D.C., a city of monuments, history, and power. Its streets hum with political tension, its marble buildings whispering the weight of centuries. At the center stands the White House, a place where decisions ripple across the globe. And on this day, its gates open not to a head of state, but to a future queen. Princess Leonor of Spain, heir to the throne, steps into a chapter unlike any in her young life. Her visit is not routine. It is not symbolic pageantry. It is personal, historical, and unforgettable, a once-in-a-lifetime experience that bridges two worlds, the centuries-old traditions of Spain's monarchy and the raw political machinery of America. From the moment Leonor's motorcade glides up Pennsylvania Avenue, the atmosphere changes. Crowds line the streets, waving flags of Spain and the United States. Cameras flash, commentators speculate. Why is she here? What will she say? And what does this mean for the relationship between Spain and America? The story begins inside the East Room. Chandeliers glitter, the Marine Band plays softly, and the doors open. Leonor enters, dressed in elegance that carries both youth and dignity. She is not just a royal guest. She is a symbol of the future, a reminder that tradition can walk hand in hand with modern leadership. The president greets her warmly. Their handshake, caught by every camera in the world, becomes more than a gesture. It is history itself. For here stands a young woman raised under the crown's shadow, meeting the embodiment of a republic built on the rejection of monarchy. And yet, the moment is filled not with contradiction, but with respect. What follows surprises many. Leonor does not speak in platitudes. Her words, carefully chosen yet deeply sincere, focus on unity, on the shared struggles of young generations, on the importance of bridging continents not through politics alone, but through humanity. The audience, accustomed to rehearsed diplomacy, feels the difference. This is not a queen in waiting repeating a script. This is a young leader finding her voice. Behind the grandeur lies a deeper layer. Why this visit now? Spain's monarchy faces constant questions about its role in a modern democracy. Leonor's presence in Washington is more than ceremony. It is strategy, a chance to show the world that she is not simply an heir but an active participant in shaping the global future. The curiosity grows. What happens behind closed doors? In private meetings, Leonor and the president discuss issues far beyond symbolism: youth education, climate change, the role of women in leadership. Advisors exchange glances as they realize the princess is not intimidated by the weight of the room. Instead, she commands it with calm conviction. The First Lady accompanies her through the halls, sharing stories of life in the White House, stories few outsiders ever hear. For Leonor, these moments carry weight. Spain's palaces are rich with history, but the White House pulses with the immediacy of decision-making, of choices that change the world overnight. And then comes the image that will define the visit. Leonor, standing at the podium in the Rose Garden. The sun sets behind her, golden light pouring across the lawn. Cameras click in rapid succession. Her speech begins, softly, steadily, then building with strength. She speaks not as a girl defined by birthright, but as a woman stepping into her destiny. Every sentence opens a loop of questions. Is this how she will lead Spain one day? Is this the monarch of a new generation, modern, outspoken, unafraid? And what does her presence in the White House mean for the centuries-old dance between Europe and America? Later that evening, a state dinner unfolds in her honor. Crystal glasses clink, violins play, and dignitaries whisper among themselves. But Leonor is not lost in the glitter. She is engaged, laughing with guests, listening intently, weaving between cultures with grace. Even in these informal moments, she proves herself more than a figurehead. The press devours the details. Every gown she wears, every phrase she utters, every smile captured becomes headline material. Yet beyond the spectacle, something real emerges. A recognition that this visit is not about pageantry, it is about possibility. The following morning, she tours schools in Washington, speaking with students her own age. The cameras are there, but the moments are genuine. Children ask her questions not about power, but about life, about dreams, about the challenges of being young in a complicated world. Her answers, unpolished yet sincere, reveal a princess who sees herself not above, but among them. This is the true heart of her White House visit. Not the grandeur, not the state dinner, not the flashbulbs, but the human connection. A future queen, standing face to face with the future citizens of another nation, sharing in their hopes and struggles. And as she leaves Washington, boarding her plane back to Madrid, the questions continue to linger. What impact will this visit have on Spain's monarchy? How will her people view her now, after seeing her command a stage once reserved for presidents? And will America remember her not as a guest, but as a leader in her own right? History often hides its turning points in plain sight. Princess Leonor's White House visit may one day be remembered as more than a diplomatic stop. It may be seen as the moment when the world first recognized her not simply as an heir to a crown, but as a voice for a generation. The White House, the most powerful house in the world. And on this day, it opened its doors to a princess. Not as a visitor, but as a leader, a once-in-a-lifetime experience, and a glimpse of the future.